It's on.
Is it recording? Okay. Hey guys, welcome to The Bite. My name is Jackie. Today we're in my parents' kitchen and we're going to be filming Fuul Mdammas. This is one of my dad's specialties. It was kind of like our Sunday brunch that I grew up eating, and he makes it really well. We tried to film this a little while ago, like a few months back. You can see what happened on my Instagram if you go back a little bit.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
If you go back a little bit, little mishap, but we're gonna film it today. Let's go over the ingredients first. So we have 1 can of fava beans that have been rinsed and drained, and they're in a pan that we just added water to. 1 jalapeno, 1 clove of garlic, a little bit of parsley. We have the juice of 1 lemon, some tahini paste that you're gonna need, and you'll also need, this is not super necessary, but it's the traditional way of doing it. This is called an mdammas, or like a mortar and pestle. This is how we've always done it, but you can also use like a spoon, a fork to mash it up. So that's how he always does it. So first thing we're gonna do is put this on the stove to heat up the beans on medium? Low? Okay. And then we're gonna start on the topping as well. So once the fava beans are boiling, then they're gonna be ready to create the Fuul Mdammas. But in the meantime, we're gonna start on the garnish that goes on top, which really adds a lot of flavor, and it's a garnish that is necessary for this dish. So Dad, what do we do first?
We put parsley, garlic, and
So let me start.
hot pepper.
And hot pepper. So let me start taking the stems off of the parsley.
No, leave the stem because the stem is juicy, it gives a good flavor.
Okay, we're gonna not destem the parsley. We're gonna leave it, and we're just gonna chop everything up, right?
Right.
Okay, let's get to
So
it.
what I do, if you want, put hot pepper if you like it spicy, or you don't like it spicy, I normally just take the seeds out and just leave a little spice in it.
And actually, the pepper, the lemon, and this parsley came from their garden. I brought out the salt because we will also need some salt as well.
Get the garlic,
So we're only using half of the pepper.
half of the pepper.
Okay. And if you like it spicy, you can
If
use
you
the whole
like
thing.
it spicy, you could use the whole thing. Sometimes I just use the whole thing, but I take all the seeds out and leave the green.
Right. So the mdammas, or this mortar and pestle, was like the food processor of the previous generations, and it actually works differently because the way it smashes them up, it just kind of blends them into a paste, kind of similar to a pesto sauce, and that's actually a traditional way to do pesto sauce is in this tool as well. But what my dad did is he just diced up the garlic and the jalapenos, which helps this out, just kind of like how you would chop things up before you put it in a food processor. Same idea there. So that's what I like to do too, is make it easier for me doing that. So
The parsley is like this, so I roll them all up together.
so it's easier to chop.
Easier to chop.
This garnish is all gonna go on top of the food once it's done.
Half of it mixed with it and half of it on the top.
Yeah, that's his touch.
Put a little salt, just a little bit.
The salt kind of helps grind it up too, because it makes it a little bit of, it makes it a little coarse.
Because
A
the
little-
lemon gives it the flavor.
The lemon gives it the flavor, and then the salt kind of helps it have a little abrasiveness to grind. This was the sound of my Sunday mornings. My bedroom was upstairs when I was living here at home, and when I heard this sound from upstairs, I knew that my dad was making food for breakfast. And then on the contrary, if I heard the blender or the food processor going, I knew we were having hummus. Sometimes we would have both. Sunday mornings we had the whole spread. So this is what it looks like after it's been kind of ground up a little bit. It adds a lot of flavor when you leave it partially whole like this, but you can, grind it to your liking. So what's the next step?
Next step, I put the lemon on the top of it.
Okay. So we added the lemon into here.
Then what we do,
The food has boiled and I turned it off the heat.
take some of the water out.
Okay, so we drain a little bit of the water. We're gonna keep some in there to kind of keep it juicy, I guess.
Correct.
Here.
Okay.
And we use that same or again, you can use like a fork or spoon to just kind of mash up the fava beans. So once the mixture looks like this, it's ready to add the tahini. Now it looks kind of watery right now because we did leave some of the water in there, but that's what we want because we're gonna add the tahini and that's gonna help thicken the fuul up. And we're also gonna be adding a little bit of this mixture, which has some lemon juice.
What I do, I put half of it in here with the lemon. Then I put the tahini on the top of it so it's easy for the lemon
To mix.
that tahini. 2 tablespoons of
Okay, so we added 2 tablespoons of tahini. Now we just mix it up, right?
yes,
So see how it's immediately getting thicker?
and the color changes.
The color kind of gets lighter. And it has a nice tangy touch from the lemon juice that we added. So this, 1 can actually makes enough for 2 plates worth. At least the way my dad does it, it's 2 plates worth.
And then put this on the top of it.
And just like everything else that we eat, it has to have a nice drizzle of some good quality olive oil. We're only adding the olive oil to 1 because actually 1 is gonna go in the fridge for tomorrow, and the olive oil hardens in the fridge. So this is what we're gonna eat right now, and I have some bread.
Let me see.
So we take our bread and we hummus. Hummus.
And I do it like this, with a little piece of bread like this, and I go like this. Perfect.
The best food. So good. So I hope you guys give this a try. Super easy, and it makes enough for pretty much 2 portions. Freezes or stays in the fridge for a couple of days as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. And my dad is teaching you a little something about his specialties. So the directions and ingredients will be on the blog, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And we'll see you next time on The Bite.
We could be good producers. Mazboot. The way we do things, we could come up with something.
Okay.
Yalla.